Hey, what's up? Welcome to day 30 of the 30-day email breakdown challenge. So I'm Leonard here. So today we're breaking down our last email of this email breakdown challenge from John Carlton. So in case you are not sure who's John Carlton is, he's one of the legendary copywriters um who have honed in his direct response marketing skills over the past 2 decades. So you can check him out at his website, or you can just check it out his best selling product, uh simple writing system. Yes, simple writing system. So in case you need the link or something, I'll just include them down at the description below, so you can go check him out. So without further ado, let's dive into today's email breakdown. All right. Subject line, how to close a sale like a Mojo Pro. So this creates questions and curiosity in the reader's mind, and more importantly, right, the use of word that he the use of the word mojo, which is kind of like a person with a magic power, like wizard or something. It's kind of like a wizard. So but what I want to say here is that the use of, instead of, other than creating question and curiosity in the reader's mind, right, the use of words is important in terms of having them to pick the curiosity of the readers, right? So if I just say how to close a sale like okay, let's say if I just say how to close a sale like a pro, isn't it boring or lame, not interesting? So by having the word mojo, is kind of, it makes people imagine more, like, is it a wizard that who knows magic or something, or some influencer? Yeah. So the use of words make this more interesting, more curious in the reader's mind, so it makes them want to read more. So this email is actually a follow-up from the previous breakdown, day 29. And as you if you were to take a look at the previous breakdown, right, and you should, I think, so that you can get the most value out of this breakdown. If you have took a look at day 9 of the challenge, right, you'll notice at his PS he said that he'll be he'll be sending another email next this Wednesday. So it's 2 days later, 3 days later, yeah, somewhere there. So this is the follow-up of Monday's email, and where I described the precise moment where when I was sold on a certain product during a hot seat consulting session. I was on the fence, wanting that product, but not committed to actually buying it until the sales pitch triggered my desire to act. So paying attention to that precise moment of flipping into a sale is the key to becoming a master salesman. So now here's the rest of that story. So he's giving a quick recap of Monday's email for the past few sentences, so that in case the readers didn't get the chance to read the previous email, or you as my viewer didn't have chance to get to have a look at day 29 of the email breakdown, then this is for you. Right. So now here's the rest of the story. It's a little scary too. So send the kids to another room. So this, he's making his email interesting right here. So instead of just saying it's a little scary too, and then yeah, stop there. So it makes, so by saying, so send the kids to another story, so it makes it more interesting, more fun for the reader to read, right? So this, I love this kind of interesting elements within at some point of time, because it also, because you are teaching right here, you are teaching, it's boring. So people, when you are teaching, it's boring, and it might make your reader drop out of your email very soon. So by having these interesting elements in your emails, makes them keep reading and having some fun in it. It makes them it makes it more pleasant to read, right? So there were many other people in the meeting when this guy being hot seat went through his entire sales pitch, and when he hit paid dirty, the entire room suddenly demanded that he take our credit card and bill us for the product. This was a room full of hardened marketers, you should note. So savvy guys who know a good deal when they discover one. So this is setting a pre-frame to tell the readers that these people are hard to persuade unless the product is really good, because marketers, right, they know that they know when's the good deal, right? So the guy in the hot seat what had a big win, he now knew what triggered a prospect from just wanting his product to demanding that he be allowed to buy it right freaking now. So now his problem has solved because he knows that what triggers a prospect to want his product. So now his problem of trouble closing deals has solved because he know what triggers his prospect to buy now. So but here's another problem. He had no way to take our credit card at that time. No direct sales page to send us to on a web, no phone call to call, no way to process orders outside of his normal sales funnel, which required a multi-step online procedure that took several minutes. So this lack of immediacy murdered all the sales. So this is the problem, and I still wanted the product. But by the time a break came around, I was no longer motivated to take out my credit card and consummate that product. So my passion had could. In fact, I don't think he sold a single product in that room because he didn't follow up on the passionate, triggered response his pitch ignited. So his John is saying the consequences of not having a solution to this problem right here. So the consequences, not having closed any sale, right? So let that be a forever lesson to everyone in business. Nail that deal down when it's done. So uh nail it down meaning uh having money exchange hands and moving the process to the next stage. So but do not allow the desire to cool for even a few minutes. Yep. So nail it down is the main point of this entire email. And so for this three sentence right here, it's giving he's talking about the main point, which is nail it down, and he's also giving advice for his readers to nail it down. So the main point, but he positioned in a way that it's giving advice to his readers, right? So master salesmen know this flowers of sales tone. Now you know. So then he ended like this. So now you know. So you are a master now. Yeah. So he's kind of like I would say is honoring the reader that they know they know this technique. Yep. So they will implement it. Right. So want some more salesmanship wisdom. This should be your first step. Take your weekend to okay. So this link leads to his kick-ass uh marketing rebel secrets. I'm pretty sure it's a book. It's a book, yeah. And there's a lot of bonuses in it. I will also include that in the description box below, so you can go check it out when uh if you like to learn more about his work, right? So summary notes about his this this email right here is the personal story and advice to prevent this prevent this consequences from happening. So this is also a kind of cautionary tale because there's no so in a previous email, right, there's a solution to it, which is his advice over there. But now he's having some consequences that of not having a solution to the problem. And I would say this has a little bit of a cautionary tale because uh, he told the reader about the consequences of not having the solution. But in fact, but instead, in the previous email, right, he didn't say about the consequences or anything, but he just stated the advice. So I won't consider that is kind of like a cautionary tale because there's no consequences uh, of trouble closing deals in the previous email. But in this email, in this breakdown right here, I'll think that this is a cautionary tale because there's the consequences of not having a solution to that problem. So it kind of scares the readers to not having not having the solution. So it is kind of like telling them to be caution not to make this mistake. Yep. So, yeah, before the advice, right, to prevent this problem, which is also, yeah, before the advice, he also included the personal story. So he talked about the previous story, and the what was the problem in the previous story, and now it is solved. But now there's another problem surfaced, and then he gave his and then he talked about the consequences of not solving that problem. Then after that he go on to talk about advice to prevent the consequences. So the consequences is scary, and then it tells a lot. It tells a lot to his reader to avoid the mistakes of what the hot seat client did. So and he asks his audience to avoid those mistakes, to be caution about it. So I would say this is a pretty much a personal story plus a cautionary tale kind of approach right here, right? So two things I love about this email is by separating this idea from the previous breakdown. So he could have go on and on and on with the previous email and this email. He could have combined both emails together and talk about nail it down at the end. So but instead he separate both emails and into two different ideas, two different emails. And this okay, one thing right is that he has more ideas to talk about, and second thing that it solved the problem of what most businesses are doing right now. They think that email is a sales letter in a way that they have to uh, throw everything down into one email and make it so long, and then offer them the product at the end, right? And ask them to click the link. But it shouldn't be that way. You can instead of a vertical sales letter in the email, right, you can break it down into a horizontal uh, sales letter that breaks the entire sales letter week, day after day, so that it becomes a sequence, and it nurtures the reader over time, so that they don't feel so overwhelmed when you give them the entire email. It's just like, for example, if you have seen before RMBC, the RMBC method from Stephen Georgi, his best selling, his well known product RMBC, which is a product that can make you write can make you write a sales letter within 20, within a day. Yeah, within a day if I'm not wrong. Yeah, within a day, less than 24 hours. And if you were to take a look at the entire sales page, right, it's a story about him discovering the RMBC method. So if you are selling such product like this, right, using email, you can break the entire sales letter down into a horizontal sales letter. So he can break down into a smaller story along at each email, and then sell the product at the end. So but he's using a sales letter there, so he's not wrong. It's supposed to be like that. But if I'm saying, if you were to use email to sell that product, to promote that product to your list, then you can use a horizontal sales letter or instead of a vertical one, right? So that's one thing I love about this email. He breaks down two ideas right there. And also the second thing is giving some context to the readers in case they didn't read the previous email, so that they have some rough idea. But he didn't give too much because it's not all is important in the previous email, right? So he gave just a little bit, enough, just enough for the readers to know what he's gonna talk about in this email right here. So one area of improvement is by including future pacing after giving his advice at the back right here. Future pacing. So nail it down. So he talked about the consequences, then he talked about the advice. So he could have continue talking about what's the life about, what's the life after having nailed it down. So that's the life after he have nearly your audience his audience has nailed it down, is called the future pacing. So let them imagine what's the life about after they have nailed it down. So that's future pacing, right? If you like to find out more about future pacing, you can go check it out within this entire breakdown. I've definitely talked about it in one of the days. Yep. So if you have already gone through the past 29 days and this is your last one, so you definitely know what is future pacing right now. Right, so today marks the end of the 30-day email breakdown challenge, and I'm so proud to be able, I'm so grateful to be able to give you such a wonderful breakdown of over the 30 days. I'll say over the 6 weeks periods, because yeah, I only posted five breakdowns per week. So that's within my plan. And I'm so glad that you can follow me through this 30-day email breakdown. And remember that the purpose of this entire breakdown, right, is not really to just give you this insights. Yeah, it is true that I wanted to give you this insights so that you can implement in your business. But the real reason behind giving you these insights is not to just let you make money, let you have the privilege to have more money than others, but uh or even have a bigger business than others, but because I know that as a reader of an of because okay, so see, I'm subscribed to so many email lists, and I know the feeling of have of receiving spam emails, promotional emails every single day, and it's so irritating. And I'm fed up with the businesses out there having treating their email list like robots, right? So, but we are all humans. We are all humans with feelings, when with emotions. So we can't you can't really sell when you are sending this kind of promotional emails to a list of humans, right? Unless your email lists are robots, which is not true, which I don't believe that's the case. So that's why I wanted to do this email breakdown, because I want to save your audience, save the audience from the influx of spam emails that they have been sent to other email lists, and including yours too. So you might be having a list of audience, and you're sending them spam emails and promotion emails as well, just like other businesses. So I want to change your belief that it's not always the case. You can tell you can do something else other than what most businesses does out there in the market, like sending spam emails or this. You can do more than that, and this entire 30-day email breakdown challenge is the solution to the answer. It's the answer to that question right there. So, and the answer is by telling stories in your emails. So over the past 30 days, right, I've talked about mainly 7 story types, right? So I've talked about news story, personal story, story from your past, which is so personal story and story from your past is kind of two different uh it is quite the same, but personal story I would say is like a daily kind of personal story, but with smaller story ideas, and sometimes even more random than story from your past. But story from your past is kind of like a story that you intentionally pick out from your past and want to share it with your audience. And this type of story will sell more in terms of, because it is meant to implant an idea in your readers, right? So news story, personal story, story from your past, and historical story, talk about history, creation story, how the person created this product. We have talked about the Netflix and another one I think I forgot. Airbnb, Netflix and Airbnb. So those are creation story. And number 6 is cautionary tale, right? And number 7 is uh okay, I think I forgot about that. Yeah, but okay, just remember that these 6, yep. So these 6 email type of story that you can talk about in your emails. So see, storytelling is really the next level of bringing your business to the next level of connection, engagement, and impact to your readers right there, so that you can impact them with your product. Because me and you are just like me. We believe that our product can serve our readers well, and it can take their life to a better level. So if you want to make their life better, you want to impact them, you want to have the real connection with them, uh, uh, rather than those rather than like those other businesses out there just want to make a sale. So you really have to tell your story in your email marketing. This is because this is really the secret to the next level of your business impact to your readers, right? So remember, always tell story in your email, because story sells. facts only tell, right? So remember this. See you again, Leonard here.